Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Laura. Bunny is next door, ready for your messages. We are live and interactive. Now, today is our second day, and it was our first look again at our brand new collection, A Day to Remember. This is such a beautiful collection. It can be used for so many different occasions. It does scream weddings, celebratory, you know, obviously coming into that title, A Day to Remember, but there's so many different ways that you can use this. I'm going to quickly go through this. I will go through it in more details on the boards for you, but just so you can see exactly what you're going to get. So to start off with, you've got your Regal accent frames, which is this one here. You can see you've got, for me, this is your 3 card shapes in here, because you've got that larger rectangle frame. You've got the smaller rectangle frame in the center. You've got tabs here you can use for your sentiments. Then you've got this larger oval frame as well. And the frames are so incredibly detailed. You can use these all year round with any collection. Mix and match this up. This could be Christmas frames. You could be using these as a home decor, scrapbooking, lots of different ways. And then you've got these corner pieces, which almost look like moss corners that you can use in your frames or with the flowers as well. Then we go over to your floral adornment. Look at those flowers. You've got stunning layer there of flowers. Now the large corner piece, you the 2 extra pieces actually decoupage on top of them, and then you've got a smaller kind of like swoop design that you can use on its own, and you have all of those floral heads there, decoupage. Now you can use them on their own, or obviously use them as decoupage. And you've also got that trellis design there on the side that you can use as a card. You can use that as trellises and use it to mix and match your flowers in, and you've got mats and layers to go on that trellis as well. Then next to that, we've got something special. So you've got that lovely wrapped present there with that big bow on. Again, any occasion that could be for. So you've got that one there. Then we're going to go down to natural embellishments. So think of all those flowers that I just showed you that you could use not just as decoupage, but use them on their own. You've now got all of the foliage there to actually build up and decorate them how you would want to do them. So if you're going to do it like on that trellis, you can mix these in with that. Then you've got your suspended elegance. You've got those chandeliers there. You've got the candles. You can cut these down, use it as like a bird cage, mix those up in different ways. They look so incredibly beautiful on your cards. Then you've got event ready. So you've got that lovely table. You've got the chair, and then you've also got this piece is actually the padding to go on the seat of the chair. So you can have the chair facing you or facing away from you, so you can mix those up. You've got the present there, the shoes, and the table sign place setting that you could use as well. And then you've got your elegant banner, which is this one here. You've got mats and layers to go in the center, but this is absolutely stunning, printed out with the artwork. And you also can print out the artwork with sentiments in there as well. So you can just cut those, the sentiment is already in there, and you are good to go. So that is the Day to Remember. It is 251201. It is on that show price of $109.99. So you're going to get your free P&P in there as well. The price on that is going to go up on Friday, I believe. So you've got a couple of days to have a look at that, but do grab that before the price goes back up. Now we also have a step above to show you as well. Now this has been extremely popular. This is our extra die. Now this is incredible value for money, because not only are you getting this ladder, which is a card on its own, so you get to build a ladder card shape, which looks so unique. It looks really like difficult to actually make as well, because it looks so effective. Look, so this is the card. You can see it actually stands up like those expensive ladder signs you see at, like, you know, posh events or weddings. It looks exactly like that. You can decorate it how you want. So not only are you getting the card shape, you also get these shelves that are designed to actually fit on there. So you put them across the steps like that, so you can have things actually stood on the shelf. You've got your elements, look, to put onto the shelves. You've got your book that you can also put on there. And then you've got the infinity symbol. So this is going to be perfect as well for like sympathy cards. Or it could be like, that could be like an infinity for like a wedding, couldn't it? But so not only are you getting that, you are also going to get your full alphabet as well. And not only are you getting the alphabet, but you're also getting the maths to go on to those as well. So like that one I just showed you, you can see, look how the maths have been placed on there just to make those letters pop a little bit more. But equally, you could use them on the books as well and just have like the initials on the books. I do have some samples with it on, but I can't see it at the minute. Was this one we did yesterday? Yes, it is. So you can see that with the writing going across the top. So you can just use them on their own as well. So you can mix and match them up. But to get all of that for $49.99, I think is amazing. If you are looking at this and you're thinking, I want to add that in, obviously you are going to get that free P&P. I'm just going to flip this around so you can see. Like, look how much metal you get there. It is full. They couldn't fit another die on there if they tried. So you do get a lot in there to work with. That again is on that show price for you. That is $251,209. But like I said, if you're going to add that in, you are going to come into that free P&P mark. Now, one more thing I want to mention, because if you are adding anything else into your basket, please add this in, because it does elevate your projects, and do you know what, it makes everything so much easier as well. These are your perfect papers to go with a day to remember. These are 251210. They're $14.99. You've got 48 sheets in there, A4. Now in here you've got your solids, your stripes and your dots, which are very subtle patterns, so they do add that bit of texture into your background, but they don't draw away from your projects. They're just the perfect colours. Obviously they've been pulled from the artwork for you to use, and they really do elevate your projects because everything just matches so well. All right, I'm going to grab the board so we can see everything that you are getting, and you can see the gorgeous artwork that you were going to get. Right, so we're going to start off with the Regal accent frames. So like I said, for me, you've got 3 card shapes here, because you've got the larger frame, you've got the middle size frame, and you have that oval frame. So you've got 3. Obviously you can mix and match these up. Like we've got one here where you can see they've used the 2 frames, and that looks so pretty. So you can see you can mix and match them up, but you've got different sized cards there. Now the frames themselves, you can see how incredibly detailed these are. Now that, you could use these for Christmas, Easter, Valentine's, Halloween. They could be any occasion at all. They're card bases that you will use time after time after time with any occasion at all. You've also got these corner pieces. Now you can use these as like moss tuck-ins behind your flowers. You can use these around the frame. You can even tuck them in behind the frame. Lots of different ways you can use them. They're going to be great grounding elements as well to bring in when you're building up your scene. Then we've got your floral adornment. I love the colours on these. They're really calming, like, and peaceful. There's something about them, they just look really, really lovely. You've got your initial composition there. Now these 2 pieces do decoupage on top of there, but for me these are standalone pieces as well. Use them completely on their own. Then you've got this like swoop design. Now this you can use on top of the chair, it can go on top of the chandelier, the birdcage. You can use this in different ways, and that's why that's been designed like that, to be that little bit smaller. And then you have all of your floral heads. Now you can use these as decoupage and add them on top of here and decoupage your florals up, or you can use them with the natural embellishments. So you could see you have got all of your foliage and your floral heads to build up. So like this trellis design, you could be adding these in, tuck them in, and you can build up your own designs on here. Same with the frames or the bird cage and the ladder as well. You have got everything you need to build your own florals up. So them two work really, really well together. So the floral endowment and then your natural embellishments. I love the fact as well that they give you two different shades. So you've got one lighter and one slightly darker. So when you use them together, you can still see the difference. It's still adding a lot of texture into your project. Then you've got your suspended elegance. So you've got those chandeliers. You've got extra candles as well. So you could decoupage these on top or add more in. And you could add them into here as well. You could cut this off and make it look like a birdcage, have it as a stand-in one. So lots of different ways to mix and match these up. I think they are lovely and they can be used again for so many different occasions. Bring these in for wedding cards, prom cards. This could be Halloween, you know, mix them up in different ways. And then your elegant banner. I do really like this. The detail on it, it really does look like it's just effortlessly flown. Now, one thing I like about this, you do have sentiments that are pre-printed. So if I just grab that one, so this one you can see has been pre-printed. So this is one that comes on the artwork and then you can just cut it out and you've got that there. But you do have the option of stamping onto them as well. Now you can use it that way or use it that way as well. So you could have them as tuck-ins, you can build things up around them. They're just, again, for me, that's one that I would use with so many other collections as well. I wouldn't keep this just in this collection. And then we've got something special. So you've got that lovely present there, look, wrapped up in a bow. Again, that could be a Christmas present, couldn't it? It could be a birthday present, a wedding present. There's just so many different ways that you could use that one. And then we've got our event ready. So like I said, you've got the table, the chair, the shoes, I love. You've got the name set in, you've got the present, and then that one is that piece. I have got one here, so you can see. So like now, because you can see the back of the chair, obviously the chair looks like it's facing away from us, but then if you just pop that on there, now it looks like the chair is facing us. So it's like simple things. This is one of the things I love about Carnation. It's like simple things, but it makes such a difference. And then you're like, well, why doesn't everybody do things like this? It's like, it's such a simple thing that makes such a difference to our crafting. So you've got that. So now you can have like the chair on the table and you can have one facing you and one facing the other way as well. So they look perfect. Right, now I am going to quickly show you then a step above. So this is that extra die that we have on the show that you can see there. Now this is that ladder. This is the one that's going to give you that card shape. Now when you get this, you die cut these out and you can see you have got those fold lines down the side. So when you fold this, it gives you that L shape like that. So that is just going to be there. That is to support your card, to make that stand up a whole lot better. You can see this is what it looks like cut out with the artwork. So it's almost like that soft white wood effect. These are those shelves that are going to fit across. These are the small pieces that you're going to use to attach the shelves to the ladder. You've got that lovely book, so you can put the alphabets on here. You can use that in different ways. You've got that infinity symbol look with those feathers there. And then you've got your accessories to decorate your shelves as well. And then you have your alphabet. I love the font of this. I think it is such a lovely font. It's not too big and it's not too small either. For me, like you can use it on your projects and it's not, because sometimes when you get alphabet letters, they can be quite big, that it almost like takes up the whole card. Like these, I feel like it's that perfect in-between size. It's not too big and it's not too small. So they're big enough that they're easy to use. They're easy to read as well. Even though they're lovely script writing, they're still really easy to use. You know, when I was prepping these, obviously I didn't have the dies in the packaging, so I couldn't see what letter was what. And I didn't struggle, you know, sometimes I've had it when I'm kind of like, is that an A? Is that an O? Well, like, what is it? So I haven't had any of that with these. You can clearly see what letter each one is. You've got numbers in there as well. So they're going to be perfect for those, you know, those occasions. And like we were saying yesterday, you know, even when you go into card shops, you'll find cards with like 18 on it, and then 21, and then 30, 40. You never find anything with like, you know, 24 or 25, you know, so it's so nice to be able to just make those yourself. So yeah, that's everything in our Day to Remember collection, which I think is such a pretty collection. Really, really lovely. I'm just going to move this glue. All right, let's go through some of the design team samples, because we've had so many samples from the design team. So you can see that they've absolutely enjoyed crafting with these, and you can see there that banner with, that one's with, I think that one's printed, isn't it? The printed verse on that, yeah, it must be, because that one's the same. So you can see that, and this one's actually used the ladder with the frame, so this is on the card. So mixing it up that way, and like we were saying yesterday, you could use that ladder, you could put like bakery stuff on there, you could put toys on it, you could put DIY stuff on it and make it into a men's card. You can mix these up in so many different ways. It doesn't have to just be with this collection. There was no name on that one. Sue has done this one. Look at that, with some acetate. How pretty is that? Building those flowers up around that frame. So pretty. Then I've got one here by Fiona. Look at that. And you can see there how that looks, adding the letters on to the book. Oh, and then I've got another one here with those letters. Look at this one. Vera did this one. Look at that. Bringing those numbers onto the book. How lovely is that? I love that Vera's used the script as like that little stop as well. And do you know what? That's a really nice way of showing you, because you know the script, I said you could use it both ways. So can you see how they're both a different way on the same card? But how lovely does that look? So really lovely. And then I've got one here. Oh, that's one we did yesterday. I was like, it hasn't got a name on it. Oh, Bunny's not feeling well today. I didn't do the other one with the no name on it, did I? That one? No, I didn't do that one. I'm getting all confused. Right, and then I've got another one here by Vera. Look at that. I love this one. This one, I don't know what it is, but it makes me think of like a holiday and like looking out. Like I can imagine this like a fancy French restaurant or Italian restaurant, and like you're sat here and you're just, that's the window to look outside. Like that changes the look of it completely for me. It just looks so fresh and lovely, and you can see, you know, changing these in different ways. And then I've got another one there then by Barbara. I love, oh, let me turn that a bit. How pretty is that? I love that Barbara's put some little pearls on to that like bird cage, just to dress the bird cage. How pretty is that? And then I've got one here I'm going to show you quickly, because this one is using a step above. It has got elements in it from the collection, but it is using that one. So that is Fiona did that one. So you can see there using the letters. That's like a really nice mix, isn't it? Because you've got the elegant banner, you've got the floral adornments in there, and then you've got the a step above the ladder and those letters with the accessories. So it's just a really nice way of showing you mixing and matching those up, so you can see how perfectly they do work together. But I do think that you'll be able to mix these up as well and use them in some really, really pretty ways. But I'm gonna grab my first demo. Let's all the natural embellishments didn't want to come off. Right, let's start. Right, so for this one we're going to use the Regal frames, and I am using the frame as my card base. So in that frame you've got mat and layer, and then you've got the frame. So we've got the largest mat, which is going to be our card base. So that's what we're going to use for this. And I'm going to just stick these two pieces of card together just to support the card a bit more, because we're going to fill this card up. And I have changed my glue, so I've got my Tuesday glue. So we're going to use our everyday glue and pop that on there. And then I've done the same one again. So I'm just going to glue the top. And then I've got the dotted design. Can you see how subtle it is? Can you even see the dots? Yeah? It's such a subtle design, so it really does work so well, because it never draws away from your card. You know, it just adds that bit of texture in the back. So same one now to give us the back. And then in with the next layer there, and I've gone back in. Now this is our hammered cardstock, if you couldn't guess, because I mean, I think I've only used it like once or twice. It is my new favorite card. Can you see the texture that you add? It's called hammered cardstock, but honestly for me, it feels like the expensive watercolor card that you would get. Can you see all those hills and valleys that you've got in there? It adds such a lovely texture to your cards. Now we do have 2 packs available of this if you want to give this a go. If you haven't used it yet, I promise you, give it a go. You will absolutely love it. Now I've got one of the packs here. This is the 20, so maybe if you haven't tried this before and you want to have a little go at it, this is the smaller pack, which has 20 sheets in it. You can see it's 280 GSM. That one is $9.99. And then there's a bigger pack which has 50 sheets in it, which is $14.99. Just go for the bigger pack. Go for the bigger pack. Honestly, you will not use it. It is such beautiful cardstock. For the sake of, what is it, a $5? Go for the bigger pack. You will absolutely use it. It die cuts lovely as well. You can see, I know I've used it for a card shape here, but it does die cut lovely too. So you can use it in your die cutting. I would say go for the bigger pack. If you can, add it in, get the bigger one. Right, now I'm just going to put some tape on there. And we're just going to raise this one off the back. So this is the second layer in that frame that we're just using. So we're just going to pop that on there. And you can see you've got that perfect matte and layer there. And then we're going to go in with the frame. So I'm going to actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick these two together because I want this to be quite thick. So I'm going to stick these together. Like so. So this is cut out with the perfect paper. So it's the same colour that we've used there in that dot design. It's just this is the solid. You do get more of the solid than the pattern. I think you get 4 on you of the pattern. 4 of the pattern and 8 of the solid. So I'm going to add a bit of tape along here. Scissors is running away from me. I wonder if anybody is waiting for their post today. Let us know if you ordered yesterday, Because we normally get people messaging, don't we, to say that they're waiting for theirs to get delivered. And if you are getting yours delivered today, I want to know, is it that you have purchased it for yourself, or is it going to get delivered today and it has to go away until Santa brings it? Is what I want to know. Yeah, let us know if, or is Santa bringing you anything else crafty? What is Santa? Yeah, it's not a very nice day today, is it? I feel like it's a stay in and craft day today. So we've got our frame. Now, when you look at that, obviously I know it goes perfectly with the collection, but for me, that could be so many different occasions you could use that for. It could be a wedding, an engagement, a birthday. It could be anniversary, Halloween, Christmas. It's a beautiful card shape with a frame on it that you could use all year round. So don't be afraid to mix and match these up. Right, now I'm going to go in with my chandelier next. So we're going to pop this about there, like so. So I'm going to add this in, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue, I think, that bottom bit. Yeah, so I'm going to just put a little bit of glue along the top. Come on, go. And I'm going to pop that there, like that. Right, now we've got the Elegant Banner, which I've stamped on this. So this is from Our Clean and Simple. It says, "You brighten my cloudy day." So that is actually, I think that's from the Legacy collection. So that is going to go on there. So I'm just going to leave that there a sec. I'm not going to glue it in. I just want to leave that there so I can kind of see where it's going. Now I have got my new bottle of Pinflower. I did make the last one last, till the very last demo yesterday, so I'm going to have to open this one today. Right, so I'm going to pop this now along the bottom here. Now those moss corner pieces, I don't think I've got any left. You could use those now to tuck in, so you could have them behind there. You can add them in to build your foliage up. You could have them coming off the corners. You could even tuck them in behind the frames as well. So you've got lots of different ways that you can mix and match that one up. So that now is going to sit there like that. And then what I'm going to do is so this is now the next piece of the decoupage for this. So this would now sit on there like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start bringing this up. So basically I want the flowers to come around here, so it looks like the chandelier is kind of hanging from the flowers. So I just want to build this up. So I'm going to add, I think we'll put that one there first. And just, so these pieces, I would 100% use them as standalone. And you can see, look, how big they are. You can absolutely use them as standalone pieces. Don't think that you have to just use them in the floral as decoupage. Right, now I'm going to add some on here. So I'm just going to kind of just fill the gaps for a minute. So I want that to go there. So I've got my shape of kind of how that is going to go. And then what I'm going to do then is go in with your smaller pieces. So again, this is that piece of decoupage then that would sit on top there. So I've got two of these. So I'm going to build this up now. So I'm going to add well, do you know what? I think I'm going to tuck that in there, because why not? Alright, let's lift that up, and if I tuck that there, it's just going to bring that out like that. And then I've got this little corner piece, so I don't want to like make it a square, but I do just want to fill that a bit more. So I might add these little sweep ones. So if I put that there, and then, so just to add all of this in now, so what I'm going to do is I want to really build this up. So this piece, I'm going to add this one on like the decoupage. So I'm going to add that there, and then the natural embellishments, I'm going to start tucking some of these in. So I'm going to add that in there. Just carry that on. And I think I'm going to tuck one there as well. Now this is one thing I absolutely love about Pinfly. You can pick things up and tuck things in, so it works so much easier for me because I like to pick things up and kind of play around with things. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Let me turn that so you can see. I'm going to just pick that up and tuck that there just to fill that little bit. So can you see I'm just like filling in any little bits. Now you could fill this bit a bit more as well if you wanted to. I don't know if I do. And I'm going to add another little bit here. So this little bit that I've got now is that darker green. So this is that lighter green, and I'm just going to add that on top to break that bit up. So we've got the lighter and the darker green there. And then what I'm going to do is go in and add some of these flower heads. So you can add them in as your decoupage, obviously, but you can also go in with these and place them around your flowers as well. So there's nothing stopping you. Like this bit here, I'm going to add one of these roses and I'm going to tuck that kind of in between there, so it's not, but can you see how it just flows? You don't have to worry about absolutely anything at all. This collection is, they're just so easy to use, so easy to work with. I'm going to add another one in there like that, and then I'm going to add another one. Ooh, there. Bring that up. And you can just go in here and just, this is the bit for me where I kind of think, right, is that enough? Do I stop? When do you walk away? But to be fair, I feel like you can just keep going with this. There's no point where I'd say, okay, you've gone too far, because it just, you can just keep building this up and build it up, and you can make such an effective card with this. So I've got all of them in there, and then we've got the banner. So now, do we want our banner there? So I'm gonna there, there. Bonnie's saying here, oh, should we tuck it in like that? I don't know. Or there. Somebody messaging quick. Yeah, I feel like if it's there, I need to, I don't know, I need to add something to it. No, I'm going on the top. I don't know. I do like it there, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it needs, oh, What if I tucked it in more, like that? Bunny's saying she doesn't feel like it looks out of place there. So does it look better there, or does it look better there? Oh, we're going there. Otherwise, we're going to spend like the next 10 minutes going. Right, let's put it there. Right, put a tiny bit that side, and then I'm going to have to kind of. Oh, do you know what I might do? I might pick that up. There? She's saying that she thinks it looks nice, but her voice isn't saying that she thinks it's. Oh, she just said to me, I'm being genuine. I thought you were going to say, I'm just joking. But you get the idea. But you know what, though? That's one of the things that I wouldn't really be able to make up, of like how easy it is to just mix it up as you're going along. You know, you could easily, like, you could have put that there, you could have put it there or there, and it works either way. Whereas, like, you know, if it was a collection where things have been designed to only work in a certain way, you know, I wouldn't be able to do that. I would be like, okay, this needs to go there, and that's it. You know, you can mix and match this up, and they are so easy to work with. You can just play around with them, and, you know, even an idea that you might have at the very start could completely change as you're working your way through it. But everything that we've used there, obviously apart from the stamp, has come from the A Day to Remember, which is our brand new collection. It only launched yesterday, so this is our second day looking at the collection, and it has been very popular with everybody at home. Oh, I've just messed that up. You can see there you get so much in this collection. Like I said, for me, you've got your 3 card shapes in there. I mean, you could even say 4 if you included that trellis design as well. You've got all of the flower. There's just so much in there. Your embellishments. You've got the foliage as well, and so many elements that you will use with other collections. Bring other collections into this. It's such a versatile collection to be able to use. Right, for the next demo, I'm going to use the Step Above, which is the extra die that we have on the show. Now, this die, obviously, same, only launched yesterday, and we are 55% of this one has gone. So this has been very, very popular, and I'm not surprised. I think you get so much in here. I can't find a die. 40. Oh no, it's fine. It was just all mixed up. Right, now I'm going to show you how easy these are to put together, because they look so effective, but actually they are incredibly easy to put together. So you're going to cut out 2 of the ladders. Now, like we said, you could be using these for like shelves for toys, for a baby card. You know, can you imagine putting like a little baby bottle and like the onesie and stuff on them? You can make them into baby cards for baby showers. You know, you can mix them up in different ways, put DIY stuff, food. But the artwork is this soft wood white colour, which is what I'm using now. Obviously, you can cut them out in your cardstock as well if you want to change the look of these. But when you cut them out, you have got little lines on there that are for you to score. So you've got 2 lines going down the side, so you can see there, and you've got one on the top. So this top one you just fold over, and that is the part that's going to connect together. And then these are what are going to help support the ladder to stand up. So these kind of give you that L shape effect on the ladder. So you can see there, so that just gives you that L shape. Yeah, like that V, and that helps to just support the ladder obviously when it is stood up. So you're going to do this for the two of them, because obviously you need two, unless you're going to put it on like a card shape like we showed you earlier. You could have it coming off of your card, but to make the actual stand-up ladder you're going to need two. Okay, so you're going to fold them so you've got them like that, and then you're just going to glue those two top pieces together. So let's just put a little bit of glue on there. So they just come together like so, and then you've got your ladder. I mean, how quick and easy was that? So simple. Now you do have the shelves. These will just fit across there like that, so you can have those. And then the other part of it, you've got the smaller one as well. So this is the bigger one. So you can have that going across. So you could even put them across all of them, couldn't you? And like have them going all the way up. And then you've got the smaller one as well, obviously for the top bit. So you can have them like that, and then you can place items on to there if you want to. So you've got different options with that. Right, so we're gonna decorate this ladder now. So I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna use the flowers. So these are the floral endowment. They are gonna go on there. Let's stick a bit of tape on that. So this, and if you are wondering, or if you need some foam tape and you were getting this collection, I would highly recommend the Clean and Simple foam tape, because the measurements of that just fit so nicely with like the ladder, the frames. It just fits really, really well. So that is going to go on there like that. So just give that a bit of a squeeze. So I've got the flowers at the bottom, and then I've got my book. Now I think this is going to sit about there, so I'm just going to leave that there so I can place some things around it. I've got, oh, was I going to stick it up there? Yeah, it's going to go there. Right, so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put the flowers the opposite way on there as well. So I'm going to put these kind of like that. And then this is going to go there to kind of break, so it doesn't look like the bottom. And then that will sit there. There you go. I know what I'm doing. Right, oh, right. Now what I am going to do actually, before I stick this down, so obviously I've got this one here. Oh, I'm all tangled. Right. And this one is going to sit there. Now because I've got the present here, I don't really need this to come down as far as it does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip there. So I'm going to just follow those cut lines, and I'm going to snip these bits away because I don't need it to go down as much as it does. And obviously I always say this, but anytime you cut anything off your dies, never ever throw it away. Like I will 100% use that as a little tuck in or to add, change the shape. I will use it. So never get rid of anything. Right, now I'm going to pop some glue on here. And then this is going to go there like that. So can you see how they kind of like join up now? Let me just pick that up. Just give that a squeeze. Right, so we've got that there. Then this is going to go across, but there, so that just breaks that shape up for us. So instead of it looking kind of like that corner piece now, just putting that on there, you can see it just completely breaks the shape up. So that is going to sit on there like that. And then we're going to add in, oh actually no, we'll do that last. Let's add in, so I'm going to decorate down here. So I'm going to add in this present. So that is just going to sit there. And then I'm going to add in some of these vases. Now one other thing, let me just move that a sec so you can see that I'm going to do is I've got this bowl. So this is one of the bowls, one of the you know, the accessories that you've got in the step above. Now I'm going to just flip it round, okay, so I've got the back of it facing me. And what I'm going to do is in the Splendid Elegance, you've got the little candles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom and I'm going to put the candles in the bowl. So you've got the little candle bowl. So I'm just going to put 3 of these in. So I'm just gluing the bottom. I will show you so you can see because it's a bit small. Oh. So I'll pop them in there. Oh, and then if I spin that around. So we've got, and then we're going to pop that there, I think. So I'll pop that one on there. And then I've got another, pop that one there. And we're going to put this one, oh actually where's that book? Let me pull that off a sec. I'm going to actually put this one with that. So those can go there together. And then put that there like that. And then we've got the smaller present, which I'm going to put across the bottom there. So just put a little bit of pinfile now. That is just going to sit across there. And then, oh actually I'll stick these in there as well. That can just go there like that. So you got your little presents down at the bottom. Right, now the book, before we stick that in, I have got the 0, the 4, so let's pop this on here. So let me just grab that. Oh, try again, shall we? Right, some glue on there, so I'm going to put 4, 0, and put that there. So we've got that, and then before that dries, I'm just going to give that a bit of a shape, and then we can put some pinfire on there and pop that there like that. And then what I'm going to do, just to kind of hold, kind of like the balance the book out, I guess, I'm going to put this so it looks like it's kind of like, at the minute I feel like it's floating. I just need to like ground that book a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck this like that, just so that like holds. Actually I'm going to tuck it in. Oh, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, right, mind my hand, I'm going to snip that, and I'm going to tuck the book in that snip line like that. And then, what am I going to add? Oh, I'm going to put that there. That little bit that I just cut away. I'm going to add that in there like that, just to kind of fill that little gap. And yeah, let's lift that up. And this is the bit we pin flare holder. So we've got 40th. Oh, I think that's so. I think the ladder design is it's so unique. I don't think I've ever seen one like in a card form before. I think it's just, it looks so effective. Especially, do you know, if you make and sell, I think that is such an effective looking. Like if I walk past a stand or a shop and I've seen that in like a handmade thing, it would make me look at it, and it does look incredibly more difficult than it actually is. You know, I think for me, the construction of it is no different to making a normal card. You're just cutting out something, sticking two of them together, but like the actual decorating bit of these, I think, is so fun to actually do. It's so different, and they just look so effective, don't they? So lovely. I'm gonna grab the boards again, just to remind you of what is in the collection. So we've got the Regal Accent frames. So this was the one that we used in the very first demo, that lovely frame. Use them all year round. They are beautifully detailed frames. You've got those like moss corner pieces, great little filler elements as well that you could use. You've got your floral adornment. Oh, no way. So we've had a message off Audrey saying that she's received her collection this morning. Oh, she's saying, got hers this morning, craft room will be busy. That's amazing. I think that is like, I don't think we've ever had a message in the first show on the second day saying that they've got theirs. I think that is the quickest one ever. That is really, really quick. That's so exciting. Do you think it's as pretty as what you thought it was going to be? I always think stuff is nicer when it comes. Do you know, like when you see it on the TV, but then when you actually see it in front of you, it is so much prettier than what it is on the TV. Then we've got our natural embellishments as well. So you've got all that lovely foliage in two colorways as well that you can use on there. Then you've got your suspended elegance. You've got that lovely chandelier, the candles, you know, cut those up, use them as bird cages, use them as standalone as well. You've got your elegant banner, which is really pretty. Don't forget, you do have sentiments that you can print with the sentiments on there included as well. So you've got different options with that. You've got your something special as well, that lovely gift that you could use and mix that up with different occasions. And you've got your event ready. So you've got the chair, the desk, the presents, and everything there to decorate your scenes. And then quickly, just to remind you, this is the one that we just used, the a step above. So you've got your ladder, you've got all of those accessories to build and decorate that with. And you've also got your full alphabet in there as well, which is just amazing to have that card shape plus a full alphabet. And again, that alphabet, something you could use. I can imagine that in like gold mirror card and it would work perfect for Christmas. I can imagine it in black card and you could use it for Halloween, you know, scrapbooking, memory books. They're going to be so useful for you. That does bring us to the end of this show, but don't forget, me and Bunny are going to be back at 12. And the 2 o'clock show as well, we are doing the DT showcase. So we're going to be remaking some of the design team cards. So if you've got your kit, like Audrey, or maybe yours is on the way, you can craft along with us during those shows. So hopefully you'll come back and we'll see you then.